Okay, we're officially on recording, and I want to welcome everyone to tonight's session. And we're going to talk about tools we're going to use in this data annotation, which is extremely important. So, yeah, extremely important. There is no annotation without a tool. As a matter of fact, in IT, we'll call it IT, we need technologies. All these technologies are the main thing we are here to learn. So, yeah, although there is importance of guidelines surrounding how you use the technology, but getting to use the technology, the hands-on is very, very important. There are so many tools out there for data annotation, but we're going to use one, the most popular one, and that's the one we're going to focus. But we're going to look at different others, but we're going to settle on Label Studio, which is the one we're going to settle for. So, a moment.
Actually, close this camera. I want to close it.
Okay. Yeah, my so I hope you can see my screen. Can you
Yes,
see my?
sir.
Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. So, so the objective is to understand the tools involved in the market. So we don't have time. I plan to spend 1 hour in this class. So I might skip some of these protocols. So because I have another class by 8:30. So let's move straight to tools. Data annotation tool is software used for transforming raw data into structured label data. That is the tool. We're not going to do it with our bare hands. So label data that can be used for machine learning training, AI model evaluation, supervised learning, computer vision, natural language processing, speech recognition, human in the loop AI quality assurance, preference evaluation, and model improvement. You know, these are various purposes we can use label data for within the AI ecosystem. You see that the use of annotated data is highly in need in the AI ecosystem, in AI world. So that's why data annotation is a very noble profession in IT. So even if it's the only thing you grab in this boot camp, it's still something, but you're going to grab more. But it's very important if you can feel as an annotator. Annotation tools provide interface through which human or AI assisted system can label, can add labels, classes, entities, uh, bounding boxes, polygon, transcripts, timestamps, relationships, rating, ranking, and evaluation. So we're going to use tool to do that. And the example of that tool is Label Studio. So in that tool, we have this kind of workflow through which you create a project anytime you want to work on a data is a project. So that's why they might be giving you a lot of projects, or you're going to be part of a project and only in annotation. In annotation, you have a lot of projects going on. So if you are a very good data annotator and meet or join a big company, you might really be having a lot of jobs in data annotation without even, So you create a project, you import data, you configure labels, you annotate data, you review the data, you export. So that is a life cycle. Whenever you bring in data, you transform it, you export it. You bring another data, you transform it, you send it out. That is what you are going to be doing as a data annotator. Why use specialized annotation tools? Small annotation project can sometimes be completed using Excel, CSV file, Google Sheets, and a simple form. Yes, but that is not what you cannot use this to label the kind of data we use to train AI. So we need specialized tools. We have a lot of data, millions of data. We need to work with speed. That's why we need these professional annotation tools. So the annotation tools we are talking about, we have free one, we have free tier, we have open source, we have self-hosted. So as their name sounds, free one, you can use it for free without paying for it. It's free. We have free tier. Free tier means limited free. So you have, if they just give you a small portion of it to test how it looks like. And we have open source. Open source is available under an open source license. Open source means that it's free, but you need to do like a lot of configuration and setting it up on your own, hosting it maybe on your local machine. Self-hosted, installed and operated on your infrastructure. And then we'll have cloud, or SaaS. These are hosted and managed. So this is the one where you do subscription. And we have paid commercial required payment for some of all the capabilities or capacities. So, yeah. So we have some free versions we can use, but they are not so easy, but we're going to try. So let's look at these annotation tools we have in the market. Some of them, you see this first one is called Label Studio. Label Studio is open source plus paid, meaning that they have paid version, but they still have open source. The open source, you need to set it up yourself. They left everything for you. You know, it's just like the car parts, the car company, they build everything, and you have the pass. You can go get the pass, couple it, and start using it. That is meant by open. So anybody can go there, get it, and couple it, and start using it. But paid version, like you see a car that is already coupled, you know, assembled, ready for use. So this is the difference between free source and open source. The open source is free, but you can't just start using it. You have to, yeah. And this is the one we are looking at. This Label Studio. Why we are interested in Label Studio is because yesterday we talk about a multimodal. Multimodal is the text, the image, the audio, the video, and the document. So that is multimodal. So, and this particular Label Studio has the capacity to deal with all this, and that is why we're considering it for this our bootcamp. Then we have CVAT, is open source, and they have paid version as well, and is mainly for computer vision. So you see, this Label Studio is multi-purpose. Yeah, multi-purpose, multimodal annotation, which perfectly suits our need. Yeah. But this CVAT is very good, but it has limited functionality and is for computer vision. And here is only image, video, and 3Ds. So we have Docano. Docano is open source. Open source for natural language processing. Is only for text. So where it doesn't have the capacity for multi-modal, so it's just single modal. Yeah. RoboFlow got free, is a free tier, meaning that it is a paid version as well, and it's for computer vision workflow. It's only for image, so which makes it limited. We have Prodigy, which is completely paid and is mainly for text and natural language processing. We have Enterprise Annotation Platform, and it's paid and is multimodal, but is paid. So I don't want us to spend a lot of money, you know, in as much as what we are doing warrant us to really spend money, because this is the future of work that we are doing now. So we should be able to spend money, but try as much as we can to save us this cost. So we might going to be settled for this label studio. Yeah. Okay. What is Label Studio? Label Studio is an open source platform for data labeling, AI evaluation, and human in the loop workflow. Its community edition can be self-hosted and used locally, while paid edition add additional enterprise and collaborative capabilities. So Label Studio can support annotation workflow involving text, image, audio, video, document classification, name and entity recognition, object detection, transcription, multimodal data, and AI evaluation. So once you master these two, if you master these two, then you can just put annotation bag on your name, which you can carry with honor, because there is a lot of job for annotators, and they are getting paid well. Yeah. This is it here. This is Label Studio. See Label Studio here. This is data that I've annotated in this Label Studio. You click on this data, on this project. You see, this has been annotated. This is me. I did all this annotation, and yeah. So that is a Label Studio for you. But you look at here is localhost 8080, meaning that this is hosted on my local server. Local server is my platform here. That's where it's hosted. So, Madam Mario, or is there any emergency?
Yes, sir, please. Good evening. I can't see your screen.
Who is not seeing my screen?
It's tiny. It's too tiny. I can barely
It's
see
too
it.
tiny, sir. We barely read or see the wordings.
Yeah, I'm sure. Is it you cannot see my screen, or is it too tiny? I want to understand this. These are two different scenarios.
I can't see it at all, sir.
It means your network is poor, because yeah. So can you see my screen, or is it? That's what I want to know. Can you see my screen, or what is the problem? Like some people say they can't see it, or is it that it's tiny?
It's tiny.
Okay, no problems. Yeah, I've heard. Asta, why are you still raising your hand?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't see your screen. That was it. But now it's too tiny.
Okay, you couldn't see it before, but you can see it now. Okay.
Yes, I can.
Okay, bring your hand down. Okay. So this is Label Studio. Can you see it now? Is it bold enough?
Yes. Yes, it's enough now. It's
Yes,
okay.
much.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so that's how the so this is our target tool, the tool we are targeting to work on. So this tool you can see here, it's not difficult, but it's going to involve some technical aspects. It is good for us to get it to be working just like my own. We must be a bit of hands-on. It's going to be technical. So, yeah. Let me see. Okay. Lava Studio, this is their site. There's a lot of things here to help us. Yeah. So I want us to see yeah. This is their business site. Why I brought us here is for us to see the pricing of okay, that's what I'm looking for. Their pricing. Okay. This is their pricing starter version. This starter version is, let's call it $100 a month. If we want to subscribe, and it's for a small team. So if you look down here, it's for 12 users. Yeah, 12 users. So if we can work hard and try to install the open source version on our computers, good. But if we try and we cannot do it, which I'm going to try to help us to do that, then you have to come and subscribe to this, because this is what we're going to use. It means maybe 10 people, 12 people need to contribute $100 to do subscription for 1 month. And after 1 month, you subscribe again. After 1 month, you subscribe again. But if you can get the open source installed, it becomes your own. You own it forever. It's now your property. You know, which becomes your sandbox environment. Sandbox environment means that you can play around, can go there to play around, learn as much as you can in the real environment. So it's up to us which one we want. But this is the price here. You can see it. So this one, if you sign into this version, after everything, this is how it's still going to look. It's still going to look that like this, my own that I have hosted here. And this, I hosted it myself and it's free. So I've saved myself $100 every month. That's what I did by hosting this on my local machine. You can do that, but it's technical. So let's continue. Yeah. So that is Label Studio. Is rated #1 in our collection. We have CVAT. CVAT is primarily for computer vision. It's open source. And for computer vision, I say vision, we're talking here about imaging, videos, and 3Ds. You can use this for text annotation. And it's already shown limitation. It's limited, have limitation. So, and we know that data annotation is not only images and videos. A lot of things we do with AI is centered on text. We started using AI for text generation before we even started using AI for videos, images, and the rest of them. So, like I said, Docano is still, all of them are very, very good. But you see, all of them here, they come with limitations. All of them, they have limitations. So the only one that gives us the 360 degrees of what we want is this Label Studio. Yeah. So like that is it here. You see, it's everything we need. Label Studio. The only thing the labels, if you look at this, you see the only thing the Label Studio did not cover here is 3Ds. But if you come from text, image, video, audio, multimodal, it's Label Studio. And that's why we're settling for it. Yeah, so whatever it takes us to learn it, we learn it. So that if we have produced 30 graduates from this class, we know that we have produced 30 strong AI professional in a niche of AI whom we can beat our chest that even if I don't talk to you again, I am believing that you are doing well. Yeah. So that is what we plan to do in this class. The main thing is this. So, like I said, I've explained all these list of AIs, and we're going for Label Studio. So I don't want to waste time in all these stories. My main purpose here is how do we get this Label Studio to start working? Yes. So we're going to start how the Label Studio is going to work. And Yeah. Installing Label Studio. I moved straight to item 15 because it's very important. So we are not going to finish it today, but we're going to start this process today. The first thing we're going to do, to get installing Label Studio Community Edition, which is the one I've shown you, the one I'm using. The first thing to do is to get this Anaconda. For some of you who are in my data analysis class, in data analysis with Python, how many of you is in our data analysis class? You raise your hand. Okay, we don't have anyone here. What I'm saying is that they already have installed Anaconda on their system. So the reason is that they don't need to go installing Anaconda on their system any longer because they already have Anaconda. Okay. So for Label Studio, for us to even start thinking of getting Label Studio, that is the number one requirement. We must have this on our local machine. This virtual environment. Okay, let's see. There's what we call, this is it here. You see, when you install this Anaconda Navigator, while you are trying to install an Anaconda Navigator, there's other things that are going to come with Anaconda Navigator. Anaconda prompt is going to be installed, and Python is going to be, these are things that need to come together with this Anaconda Navigator. So we are in data analysis with Python, we use Anaconda Navigator. But in data annotation, we don't use Anaconda Navigator, we need Anaconda prompts. Anaconda prompt is going to help us to install Label Studio. So that's why we need to go get Anaconda Navigator. So this is Anaconda Navigator. For those, some of us who are in data analysis, this is what we need. We need Anaconda Navigator. And for Anaconda Navigator, inside Anaconda Navigator, you see, this is what we're going to need from this Anaconda Navigator, why we need to install Anaconda Navigator. I was telling people the data analysis class, if you get Anaconda Navigator, you become a complete data scientist, because a lot of things are going to come in with this Anaconda Navigator. All this you see here are different applications where you can use. For Anaconda Navigator here, what are we looking in Anaconda Navigator? This is what we're looking for. Anaconda prompt, that is it here. We can't get it until we get Anaconda Navigator. For us in data annotation class. So data annotation, data analysis, data annotation, Anaconda prompt, data analysis, Jupyter Notebook or Jupyter Lab. For some of us in data analysis, no, we are not. What we need is Jupyter Notebook. This is Jupyter Notebook, and this is Jupyter Lab. This is what we need for data analysis. But for this data annotation, we need Anaconda prompts. Yeah. So let me minimize. The Anaconda prompt. If we launch Anaconda prompt, this is how it's going to look like. Yeah. So as you are installing it, this is what you are going to be seeing. As you are installing the Label Studio, this is what we are going to be seeing until you finish installing it. But we are going to have a step-by-step guide that will help us to install it. So you can see here, Anaconda prompt Label Studio, because I've already installed it. So my Label Studio is already running on this Anaconda prompts. So, and yeah. So this is the environment we need in order to get, but it's very easy. Don't be overwhelmed by, as a matter of fact, even if it's overwhelming, you need to tighten your belt and face the reality, because you want to be an IT professional. IT professional is not you ability to use Facebook and WhatsApp. So at least you must be able to do something like this. That's what you can tell personally, yeah, I'm into IT. So, but this is not as difficult as it looks like. Yeah. So, if you launch this Anaconda prompt, from Anaconda prompt, you can launch this. This is it. This is Label Studio. And it will look like my own. It will be working very perfectly, very smooth like this. If you launch from Anaconda, from Anaconda Navigator as a data analyst, you should be able to launch this. This is Jupyter Lab. This particular one here is Jupyter Lab. You see, and is running on localhost 888 lab. And this one is, yeah, this is Jupyter Lab for data analysis. That is what we use to analyze data as with Python. Yeah. And this is Jupyter Notebook. Is an original version of Jupyter Lab. Yeah. But we don't need Jupyter Lab and Jupyter Notebook at this moment. You can only need this when you decided to join our data analysis class. But we need, yeah, this is Jupyter. We call it Jupyter Notebook. And this is Label Studio. So this is what we are here for. Your business is Label Studio. So the assignment is to, that is number one thing. We are not going to start installing Jupyter. I'm sorry, installing, there's no way we can get this here. It's not now. The first thing, and that is going to be the take home on this class is to get this installed on your system. So next time, after you must have installed this, then we then move to getting Label Studio from your Anaconda prompt. So how do we get Anaconda Navigator? You go to anaconda.com. A very simple Anaconda. You see it here? Anaconda. Anaconda. Not Anaconda that dangerous bison. That is not the one I'm asking. I'm not asking anybody to go and confront. Because people will not say, no, like Mr. Chat is sending them on a dead mission to go and bring Anaconda on their system. So this is what we call, it's called Anaconda. And if you go to Anaconda, that's Anaconda. It's very simple website, but very powerful. So what you are going to do for me, if you come to anaconda.com, you see here, you see install, you see as it's telling you to install. You click on it, and it's going to bring you down here. You see here, I advise you to register so that you can access all the even some learning materials within the Anaconda. Anaconda is a very big platform. But if you don't want to register, if you just want to go and get your Anaconda working, you see, skip registration. You click on it, you already skipped, it's going to bring you to this place. And if you are using a Windows version, this is where you are going to install from. You can install from any of these, either from here or here. Any of them is fine. If you are using Mac, that is Apple, you come to here. If you are using Linux, you come to here. All of them, yeah. So that is where you are going to get this Anaconda. Install it on your system. It's not difficult to install. Once you download it, you download the installer, double click it, follow the instruction. Within 1 minute, it's already installed on your system. So I'm not going to come and start telling you this. This is where to download it. It's just like you downloading WhatsApp on your. This is just a Dex application. It's no different from you trying to download WhatsApp on your laptop or any other application. It's simple. It doesn't need configuration. It doesn't need coding. All you need is click, and that's it. So let us know as you are installing. And like we said, what you are doing, what you are into, is what we call data science. This is part of data science. This is what we call data engineering, AI engineering. So AI engineering comprises of data annotation. Data annotation is these are the first layers trying to process data for training AI, which is extremely important. is crucial. So they respect people at this stage. If you master this, you have gotten yourself a meal ticket. No matter any part of the world you are, you can be able to eat very well. And yeah, so that's it. I will share these notes, but this is where we're stopping for tonight. Yeah, I will highlight it here. This is where we're going to continue from. Installing Anaconda, installing, yeah, so this is where we are. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to share the notes with you. Next time, we are going to, by the time you already gotten Anaconda, so we're going to go through to getting Label Studio from Anaconda prompt. Yeah, so that's it. Okay. Yes, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Please, I don't know if you will be kind enough to write the steps for us to install the Anaconda.
Stage or what?
The steps in installing the Anaconda on our laptop.
The video will be available, which I already, because I say it's not. You go to Anaconda platform here. It's a very simple step. Number one step is go to anaconda.com, which is here. Write anaconda.com. In anaconda.com, you go to download. Like, let's say, let me get back. If you write anaconda.com, this is the way the website is going to look like. Anaconda.com, this is the way it's going to look like. Then on this website, you go to, you see the way I'm pointing it, that is download. You click on this download. It's going to bring another page. This another page is this one, you know? So it's now say anaconda.com/download. It now bring you on the download page. On the download page, it comes with, they say, get started. Anaconda wants you to register with them so that they can begin sending you updates about what is going on with Anaconda. Equally, you can use Anaconda to do some data analysis work you can do on the cloud when you register. But if you don't want to register, it's optional. If you don't want, but if you want to know everything, just like me, you register. But if you don't want, for the purpose of this class, click on this skip registration. Just click on it, then it's going to bring you on this another page where you are going to see these three operating systems. The first operating system is Windows operating system, which most of us are using. If you're using HP, If you are using most this thing outside the Apple products, it's likely you are using Windows. So you can come and download from this, or you can download any of them work, whether Anaconda distribution or Miniconda, but I encourage you, you can get it from Anaconda distribution. Get it from here. If you are using Apple, this is it from here. It's Apple. You click on Mac, then you see it downloading from here. If you are using Linux, you get it from here. So once you download this installer, if you go to your laptop, you will see this installer. All you need to do is to double click the installer that is already on your laptop, and then you should be able to install Anaconda on your system. And if you install Anaconda on your system, if you come to this search on your computer, click here, you do search, you are going to see Anaconda Navigator like this. Yeah, you click on it. Once you click on it, you are going to see something like this. You are going to see something like this. You see it here, Anaconda Navigator. This Anaconda Navigator contains almost all the applications we use in data science. As programmer, as data analyst, as this or that is here. So in our own, if you are a programmer, building websites, building this, what you need is VS Code. If you are a data analyst, what you need is Jupyter Lab or Jupyter Notebook. If you are a data annotator, what you need is Anaconda prompt. This is what we need here. Anaconda prompt. So that is it. Well, we'll start from Anaconda prompt next class, so that from Anaconda prompt we can get Label Studio, because for you to get a Label Studio, you need this Anaconda prompt environment to be able to run and get. So, Mr. Chris, I hope this explanation is clear enough. It's better than if you watch this video again, even if you forget, you should be able to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the explanation.
If you still have any other question, anyone can come up with your question. That's it.
Okay, sir. My question is this, sir. So you said that we can click on the skip registration. But what's different from clicking that skip registration button than get started? What's different?
I told you that if you want to register so that you can be getting updates, from Anaconda, then you register, you click get started, you go there, you put your email password, you register, and then you can go on their website. You can see some of their training materials. You can get email of what they are doing. Your email will be in their distribution where they'll be sending you updates about what is going on in their community. You can equally use their cloud environments in your data analysis. If you're a data analyst, you can use that to do some work there. Yeah, so you can use they have cloud version. So they have so many products they are into. It's not only this one, they are just giving it out for free. If you look at products here, you see a lot of things they are doing here. You see AI registration. They are into deep technology. We call it deep tech. So there's a lot. But if it's so overwhelming that you is cracking your brain, just keep it, go download Anaconda Navigator so that we'll continue with our data annotation. But if you want to know more about data science, then you register, you explore their website. So whatever is happening on their website is outside this, our curriculum. So we're not going to dive into what Anaconda stands for, because what they stand for is too deep. So what we are interested is just to get the Anaconda Navigator so that we can lay our hands on the Anaconda prompt. Yes?
So, but does it involve money?
I didn't say you need money. I did never time I said anything about money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
But you can explore it. You know, you have laptop, you have internet. So if you go there, you see what is there.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. UZ, what is it?
Okay, sir. Good evening. Thank you very much. Please, I want to know, can it be done with phone? If yes, will the phone have the same features as laptop?
When we are joining this our boot camp, I've told everybody from day one, you cannot use a phone to become a data scientist. The answer is capital no. You should be able to get yourself a laptop. That is the minimum requirement in my class. I don't know if you didn't know that. If you know, you can't be a data annotator with a phone. You can't be a data analyst with a phone. You can't be a project manager with a phone. You can't be a business analyst with a phone. These are high level profession. You know, I don't know if there's any profession you can do with a phone. Maybe content creator, but this is not content creation. So I'm sorry, but the answer is no.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So after downloading, I saw something just me, or the other one I've forgotten. So should I click on that just me?
You should be able to know what you are seeing. You say you've forgotten what you are just seeing. It's very simple to download, so that's why I don't see, and it's very simple. It's just that, like, only if you have not downloaded application on your laptop before. If you have a laptop and maybe this is the first time you are trying to download, maybe it might be difficult for you. But if you are installing little things like WhatsApp, this and that, or it's just what we call this is Dex application. You
Okay, sir.
download, what you have here is the installer. Once you download this installer, double click and follow the instructions.
Okay, sir. Please, I saw just me and all users that I'm to click one of them.
Yeah, it's you now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And ST.
Sir, I'm trying to download it, but I used my email to register, so it redirected me to my email on my phone.
Email on your phone. You don't have email on your laptop.
Then I did not get
Don't your
access
laptop?
to
Can't
downloading
you
it again.
open
It's
your
still on verified
email
email
on your
on my
laptop?
laptop. I don't know why it's like that. No, I can't. I just want to use my phone to verify
You
it.
use your
But it's
phone.
supposed to
You use
signify
your
that I'm
phone
already
to download it.
No, I could not download on my phone. I was trying to register with my email. So it redirected me to verify my email from my phone. So after verifying it, I could not be able to download on my laptop. So I don't know why.
Then go to your laptop and you should be able to open your laptop, open your email on your laptop, follow the email on your laptop, the link there, or go back there and download it. It's going to open. Is that clear? It's not difficult to open
Okay.
your email on your laptop. If you look at all
No
my
problem.
see
So I have
here, this is a tab. This is a tab for my email. Just open it, Google Gmail, you put your email and password, and it's going to open. So when it comes to this IT, some of us are behaving like the world is going to collapse. These are very simple operation. If nothing is going to collapse, nobody is going to die. You know? So yeah. If you have reached
thank
here,
you.
if you have reached here, there is no going back. Yeah, I know some of us are, yeah, not going back. Still not going back. If we look for you, we'll go and bundle you and bring you back. We'll set up a task force for people who might want to run away. And we'll bundle them and bring them back. You say you want to be a data annotator. You say you want to be AI engineer. Here you come.
From AI engineer, you must be.
Yes, so, and that money you must make it too. Even if you
Hallelujah. That's the most important one.
So it's all these things are all you need is just passion for it. We are here to support you, and that's the most important thing. Yeah. So we don't have a course rep. We don't have a course rep on this class. And I want somebody who is so selfless that he can be here supporting people who are struggling. You know, somebody who can even if it demands you need to use their money, you are going to bring your money to even subscribe for the whole everybody, or even some people who are struggling. So, okay. Oh my God, somebody have raised Perpetua want to be the course rep so that I can help even people who are struggling, so you can even bring her money to register for us. And I'm not paying you. You are not getting paid. You are doing it for Christ. Perpetua, I hope. Perpetua, if you can put yourself on video, that would be great. If you can put yourself so we can see your face.
Sorry, sir. Good evening, everybody. Can I put myself on video in the next class?
Okay.
It's actually not convenient at the moment. Yes.
Okay. Maybe you're in the office. No worries.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I don't need assistance.
Okay. Yeah, Perpetua. You know, this is I didn't do any election. I wanted a selfless person, Perpetua volunteered. And Stella want to assist. That is awesome.
Very fair enough.
what we are doing here is selfless. We want to help people because I know a lot of people are going to struggle, you know. But when people are struggling, I want people to be there to help them all the time. Yeah, even if I are like this, after a class like this, I have another class I'm rushing to. We might stay back to have some discussion, and somebody need to organize the discussion, make sure there is decorum. That's what I'm looking for. So, yeah. If there is a job, the person should be able to go scan for job and let other people know there is job, which is very important, which I was going to talk. There's a lot of companies out there now, which we need to be working with this person. There's a lot of jobs out there. They are recruiting AI professionals at annotation level, which is companies like Outlayer is not recruiting Nigerians, Micro One, Atlas Capture. So we need somebody like this to help updating the class on the latest recruitment going on, starting from now. So that is what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to have a meeting with her later to give her full update of what I want her to do for this in the way I want her to assist me. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to leave now because of my next class. So
Thank
yeah,
you, Mr. Charles.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
okay.
Thank you for today's class.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Good night.
Thank you. I think the picture is raising hand though. I don't know whether she wants to address
No,
it.
no. I didn't. Sorry.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All right.
Mr. Charles.
Nice.
Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Sam.
Good night, everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.